If you could change one rule in golf, what would it be? Personally, one I have is a leaf ball. Playing the local parkland courses, you know where your ball is, but it's been swallowed up by all the leaves. You get to place a new ball down, and it's a no penalty.
I mean, that is a good one.
I like that one.
Well, the Manchester Open the other day, I hit a ball into some trees, and it was literally in the middle of a massive sweep of leaves that the greenkeepers had put. So we were like literally kicking through this massive clump of leaves trying to find my ball. Fortunately, we did. But that was the case. We knew exactly where it had gone, but like realistically, we might not have found it. So I think that's a good rule to change. Obviously, easy to manipulate, some would say.
Yeah. So is golf. Like if you're just playing with your mates, you can cheat in any way you like. You know.
I mean, listen, golf is a gentleman's game, and one of the reasons why it is so good is that it relies on the players to self-enforce the rules.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, across the wide scope of history which golf has endured, there have been occasions where people have been accused of bending and breaking those rules. In other words, being naughty, naughty cheaters.
Shock.
And if the rules are relaxed and they're less stringent, they're more open and they're more easy to change in a way that would benefit you as a golfer, then more people are going to take advantage of that. That's obvious.
Yep.
And you see this not every day, but every week on tour events. Was it Xander the other day who got a free drop because a pylon was in the way of him and a green, but he was underneath a tree?
Yeah. That's definitely utilising it.
So he would never have been able to like play that shot, but because he had a line of sight issue, he could take a drop away from it. Would you remember at Pinehurst?
With Bryson, this is literally what I was about to say.
Yeah, and what did you remember us at Pinehurst? When I hit a shot to the right of a par 4 green, I was blocked out by the bushes, but pretty much right in front of my ball, about 4 paces in between me and the pin, was a big metal box.
Oh, God, yeah.
So I got to take a drop away from it and hit it onto the green. Obviously, it doesn't make too much of a difference for me. It's a YouTube video, and I'm not playing for millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But still, I was like, when I did it, I thought, this feels like cheating.
Yeah.
I saw one on Instagram the other day. I can't remember who it was in the clip, but so he had like probably 100 yards in. He had a tree, like a massive tree right in front of him, from him to the flag. It was like the thickest tree you've ever seen. He had a grandstand on the left side, and he was trying to argue that he was going to slice it round the tree onto the green. But the grandstand was in the way, so I can't slice it. But like, it was just a straight, without the tree, it's just a straight 100-yard shot.
God.
And it was like, I need to move it. And the rules official said no.
Yeah.
Good.
Like, no.
Good. That's what we need more of. Not change your rules, just more rules officials that don't care.
No. The guy was like, well, what about this guy last week? I saw him do this. And he went, I wasn't there. Sorry.
we need more rules officials that have been working like in a really stressful job, and their attitude is it's like 7 o'clock at night, I'm still in the office, and it's Friday.
Can I just go home now?
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
And like, that's the headspace they need to get into when they're called out for a rules infringement. I mean, the best one was it, I think John Paramore. I hope this is John Paramore. I hope I'm not like getting another
Slandering
rules official wrong. Because Seve Ballesteros, he was famous for bending the rules. And he was in a bit of a bad lie, and he called John Paramore over, and he says, can I get relief here from animal scrapings? Because if you basically are in a scrape by a burrowing animal, you can get relief. So John Paramore comes over, and he knows what Seve's like. He comes over, he says, right, what do you think made it? Like a dog? And Seve goes, yeah, a dog. And he says, well, that's not a burrowing animal. Play your shot.
Nice.
I like that. That's great. That's good.
So, yeah, more rules officials like that. I think as far as, like, any rules that could do with changing, I've got to be honest, not really. If it finishes in the divot on the fairway.
That's what I was
that's a popular one.
Honestly, I don't mind it. I think we should keep it. Because again, it's open to interpretation. How old is the divot? You know
if it's a really untended golf course and it's
right. If you think about all the courses that we play, let's say is it still a repair divot? Do you drop it from the side of a repair divot? If it's repaired badly, do you get more of a drop than if it's a well-repaired divot? If it's 3 months old, do you get to drop it out of that? If it's sanded? For me, it's unlucky. It's a massive pain in the arse, but all it should do is remind golfers that they need to repair their divots. I don't care about that. For me, things like common sense, things like tapping down spike marks, that's already been brought in. That makes perfect sense. I think they should bring back stymies in match play. That would be hilarious.
Jesus, right.
How good would that be? Stymie, by the way, this is something that used to happen. So most golf back in the day was pure match play. There wasn't any other form. You just played matches against each other. And a stymie was when you could position your ball in between your opponent's ball and the hole. So you had to either hit around it, or there's great like stock footage, I think Pathé footage of golfers like almost deliberately hitting their putts into the ground so it bounces over the ball and then goes in the hole. It's brilliant. Bring that back. Imagine stymies at the Ryder Cup. Imagine Wyndham Clark hitting a putt all across the green from 30 foot. John Rahm's got a putt for birdie and it finishes right in between John Rahm's ball and the hole. Imagine the carnage.
Or even like they're aiming, like they don't think they can. It's like in snooker, if they were just trying to like snooker them, so put their ball right in front of it on purpose so that they can't.
Oh,
you'd start having to get like spin on your putts, like cutting across it so that it'd like swaz around.
Screwball it.
Yeah,
love it.
Screwing it around there.
Amazing. Yeah, bring that back. Bring back the old school drop. Do you know the old school drop where they used to do it with the shoulders?
Over the shoulder.
Over the shoulders?
Yeah. So the evolution of a drop was a drop you used to put it over your shoulder like that, drop it.
Right.
Then it was the arm's length
the only
one, and now it's that stupid one down by the knee.
Yeah.
Get that out of it. Like literally, what has that added or improved to the game? Absolutely nothing, apart from you look more awkward. And it comes to light, nobody knows where their knee is. You can drop a ball from knee height. So what do you see? People bending down closer to they're literally crouched on the ground and dropping it. Because as you lower yourself to your knee height, your knees go down, so you go lower. It's like a self-perpetuating thing. So by the time
lying on the floor.
Yeah, by the time you drop your ball, you just sat down, just wondering what's happening. So get that out of it. That's completely pointless. Yeah, that's nonsense.
I think for me, one of them would be, and this is really only applicable on tour, would be the slow play. Obviously, there is stuff in place, but I don't know how. It seems to be a little bit lenient. Patrick Cantlay gets away with it. Xander Schauffele, particularly, is a very slow player, a great player, but very slow player. So
Would you want shot penalties?
Yeah, it was just something, because
I'm shot.
Sorry,
what?
No shot.
Shot on penalty.
Sorry, I was just distracted. It's absolutely pelted it down outside. I was just distracted by that, and I just came back to the conversation. And Sam's like, "Oh, would you want him shot?"
Yeah. No, yeah, just some. I don't know what it'd be, but I just think that has to improve. I think it's an unfair advantage for people that play quickly.
Yeah, it's more of like a rules enforcement.
Yes, yeah. There just has to be. Yeah,
you could do away with the playoffs and just do who played fastest.
Yeah.
If two players finish a tournament tied at the top, it's whoever got round quicker.
Instead of count back, dude. Yeah, I like that. That's good.
I love it. Again, let us know what your thoughts are on rules changes. If I'm going to be completely honest, apart from the drop and a few other things, I think we're fine.
Yeah, I think we're fine. The only other thing was the root and like roots. Like I've had balls like, the ball will be there and then you've got a root in front of it. I'm a bit obviously you shouldn't have hit it that. I understand that, but is there any sort of leeway we can get from that? I don't know. But
take a penalty drop.
Yeah, penalty. Yeah, I know. That's why I need to say that. But that would be one of the things for me because I am always in the bloody trees. So.
Take a photo, drop in a lesson.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm with Alex. I think if on the tour, if a spotter would have found my ball, I should be able to drop it where I think it was. Just free drop. That does my head in that, looking for balls that the spotter would have found.
So something like that can be covered by local rules. So there's a few tournaments that I've played when the course has been really wet. If you hit a ball into a fairway or like just off the fairway, for example, and you all agree where about it finished, You can, if you can't find it, you can just like
I'm
drop
all
it.
for that.
Like at Didsbury.
Oh yeah, like, way wetter than that. Like
right.
I've played in some comps that have, like they had to be finished and there's rain delays. You go back out, it's just plug it in the fairway.
Right, got you.
So I think something like that makes sense, but that's like a local rule. I don't think that should be
No,
across the board.
it doesn't need it for big boys. But I just think that's sometimes where like, the big boys get an advantage in a lot of ways because they don't have to do all that stuff like looking and searching and messing around all the time.
I do hear this argument.
Yeah, it's always from crap golfers like me.
And I get it. I know it's frustrating when you see a pro hit it into a grandstand and they get a drop, or they've got thousands of people following them. But you know what? Apart from those situations, they're still really good. And
That's the only reason the Scottish Shelly's winning tournaments and I'm not.
And the main advantage that they have over everyone else is they just practice really hard, got fantastic at golf, so they deserve a little bit of luck every now and
not
again.
having it. Rubbish.
So you know what? If you sat there and you're moaning that they're getting free drops, go practice hard.